Welcome back. Joining us in studio today, we have Ellen, Michelle, and Kim, friends from Vermilionville and LA Spirits. I'm so excited that you ladies are all with us today. Thanks so much for being here.
You are most welcome, and we are very excited because we have a great weekend.
I know. Okay, so you guys at Vermilionville are getting LA Spirits to come in and do a paranormal investigation.
Correct. Well, we have a village of old buildings with much history, and there's been much interest and a few things that have happened, a few experiences that our visitors and our artisans have had that kind of made them curious as far as having Louisiana spirits come in and do their science.
I love
Check
this.
it out.
And so, Michelle, you are with LA Spirits. So what are you guys going to be doing this weekend?
Well, we're going to come in with some of our investigators. We like to use data-driven, stuff to be able to hopefully catch and maybe debunk some of the things that we find. And maybe help them out and give them some answers as to what they've been seeing and maybe hearing all of this time.
I love that. So for you guys, a typical investigation, let's say for this weekend, are you guys already setting up, or how's that setup process like for y'all?
Well, we use specific equipment. We'll be coming in a little bit early tomorrow. We're going to be setting up. We'll have equipment set up in some of the specific buildings that they've indicated to us. And using some of that, we'll be able to collect some of that data and hopefully report back to them with some good results.
Is this going to be like an all-nighter type situation?
We'll be there probably until about 11 o'clock collecting, so we'll be there for quite a while. Looking around and getting to see what we can find.
I love this. And so, Ellen, what are some of the buildings that you mentioned to LA Spirits to be like, hey, this is the place, or we think things are happening?
Well, there are actually 5 different areas that they're going to be setting up with. We have one particular building that's kind of a larger building that kind of gives them a base camp, kind of a place to set up. But yeah, 5 different places in the village. Now, most of these buildings are from 1760 to 1860. Some of them have been recreated. For instance, our chapel has been recreated. However, whenever we could use the original materials and the original way to to construct everything, we have done so. So yeah, they'll be all over the village tonight.
I love that. I can't wait to see what you guys find. And so, Michelle, about how long, once you guys collect everything, how long does it take to kind of get that information back to Vermilionville?
Sure, yeah, normally it takes us about a week or so. We like to be really thorough, go back through it. We do both audio and video, so we like to make sure that we're really thorough with all of it, and then we'll compile a report and someone will get back with them to be able to kind of deconstruct everything that we found.
Nice. This is so cool. They're going to be hanging out with us more throughout this half hour. We have some ghost stories to share, so I can't wait to hear about that and more of the history at Vermilionville. So you guys stay tuned for that. But right now, we're going to check in with meteorologist Adam Olivier. Welcome back. We are still hanging out with our friends over at Vermilionville and LA Spirits. We have Ellen, Michelle, and Kim. So we talked a little bit about what you guys are doing this weekend over at Vermilionville. But Kim, over here, you've actually had some experiences at the facility. What have you encountered?
Yes, many of them. I'm an artisan in the village, so I get there before everything opens, and I'm also there just shortly after everything closes, and it happens during the quiet times. I know people think that things should happen late at night, and that's not necessarily true. And the houses are nice and quiet, and they date back to the mid-1700s. Stuff starts to happen.
Yeah. What's some of the stuff that you've seen or heard happen? Yeah.
I have, in one of our houses, been physically pushed out of the house.
Oh my gosh.
As I was leaving. In another house, there are doors that open and close for no reason. And on 2 occasions, I have seen people that don't belong there.
Wow, that is crazy. And how long have you been over at Vermilionville?
This will be my 6th year.
So all of this has kind of happened over that span of 6 years.
Yes, and it's pretty consistent too.
Yeah.
So the noises that we hear are not the raccoons. We know what the raccoons sound like, but they are noises that sometimes are very repetitive in what happens. Like we have a woman in one of our houses that makes the bed every day at the same time, and she walks around the bed, and you can time it as to where she's going, and then it stops.
That's crazy. And so, Michele, is that something that you guys are going to be looking into this weekend?
Oh yeah, we'll look for stuff for that. We'll have video cameras placed so that we can see if anything happens when we're not in the rooms, as well as the audio running the whole time as well. So if anything is heard, we'll be able to catch that. And even if it's not heard audibly by us at that time, we'll be able to hear it later on.
This is just such a cool thing that you guys are doing this weekend. Ellen, what else have you heard happen over there?
I have heard a few different things. We have another artisan who, in the particular house that he does his thing, he said he has 3 ghosts. So I don't know, but he's friends with them. And he relates to them, and they relate to him, and they seem to get along well. So
I'm excited to see what you guys are going to find this weekend. And we do want to let people know that this is not something for the public to come and see.
This is strictly private. The grounds will be closed. However, we will share everything that we can report, both on the Louisiana Spirits and our Facebook page, and we'll let everybody know what's going on at Vermilionville.
I'm excited. I think I've said that maybe 10 times while talking to them. I love this type of stuff. And ladies, really quick before we go, what's that social media so people at home can kind of follow along in this investigation?
Go ahead.
It's Vermilionville and LA Spirits.
Awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much for stopping by to share what's going on and share your stories with me and our viewers at home. If you at home want to rewatch this and learn more, head to our website, klaf.com.